Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's nice to have you here as always. My name is Esther, I'm a fine artist, and in today's video I thought I'm gonna share with you about creative collaboration projects. So basically what collaboration is it's when you are working together with other artists. It could be in your medium, it could be artists of different mediums, or just any other creatives. It could be fashion, could be music, could be graphic design, like everything you could imagine, everything that exists under the sun in the creative department could be considered as a creative collaboration. And I personally, Lily, I'm not Lily, I'm Esther.
Nice to meet you, Esther.
And I personally really love collaboration, and I'm so excited about them all of the time because I think and believe that you can create way more interesting and unique things when you are working together with people who work differently than you and have like different approach to doing art as you do. So it's in a way stretches you and gives you different opportunities to create different things that are not usually in your comfort zone and in your style maybe. So it really stretches you and gives you new ideas, and sometimes it could even take your art and your own style to a whole new level, or just turn it in a different direction, which is really fun, I think, to do, because it also like can help you to overcome blocks and stuff like that. So I really do love collaborations, and I actually currently working on the project which is also a creative collaboration with one of my really good friends, and she's a fashion designer. And it just happened, I don't know, like we love each other art for so long, and she's doing all this like fairy tale costumes and just all this theater stuff, and for like podiums and fashion walks, all these things. But she's always like so unique and authentic about all this, like, I don't know, it's really like a fairy tale. It's not like a usual fashion. It's so much into it, so much like beauty and detail work, and it's almost like this mysterious fairy looking I don't know, it's like you have to see it. Maybe I will have some shots incorporated of what she does. But as I'm excited about theater, and I was actually working in the puppet theater for almost a year, just for fun, I mean, and I always had a dream that one day I'm gonna be doing like a whole play, and I wanna like to design everything, like from costume to decoration, like do sketches and paint, and then be actually involved with the process of like designing fabric and all these things, because I don't know, I really wanted my art to go beyond what it is, just like right now when it's just fine art and it's just paintings that is on your wall, which is I really like visual art, I really like representational art, but it just excites me when it can go and live beyond just one person's room or a gallery wall or wherever you exhibit or store your art in, and actually become more interactive and more alive, and actually be involved in some kind of entertainment scenery. So, and how it happened, we basically were talking about how she adores and admires everything I do with the paint, and how I'm excited I am about everything she put on the stage, and we're like, oh, maybe we should do something together, and she's like, yes, like let's do that. And it was just kind of like a joke or something, like yeah, it could work. And after actually a year it happening, and I'm painting all these huge paintings on the fabric, which will became like part of the stage dresses. So I don't know where it is all going right now, but I saw a couple sketches and just like how it's gonna look like in the end, and I'm pretty excited. You're gonna see later how it's all gonna look like in the end. So basically in this collaboration we are like one visual artist and one fashion designer working together on the same project, having shared vision and bringing all our ideas into life together, which is quite interesting and different experience from what you do when you just work in your studio alone. So it's interesting. I highly recommend trying out working with other creatives and other artists in shared projects, because it's just you bring the best from each other's skill and way of working, and you get new inspiration, new experiences, new textures. And for me it was like, I love working in mixed media. I love doing collage and inks and trying different things, and I really love visual texture and the real texture in the paintings and the backgrounds, and just playing with different materials. And now I'm just pushing it like further with fabric, because I'm painting on fabric, and then it's gonna be something like this colorful sewing over it, and it will have like some maybe gemstones. I don't know, it's gonna be like a painting pushed to just different level, because it's gonna be part of the play and of the costume. So it's really interesting experience for me. And honestly, we as artists, we are really comfortable of sitting in our small tiny art studios, doing our thing, isolating ourselves from this outside world, and it's okay, it's fun. Like, we found our way how we do stuff. And what collaboration gives you, it actually makes you step out of your comfort zone, and you usually having some deadlines, which is not fun for artists as well. And you have to share your vision with another person, because you kind of work in a team. But again, it brings so much inside of you, and it gives you new inspiration in so many different ways. So it gives you so many open doors and opportunities. And even with this example of me working with the fashion, and if you take visual art and fashion and how you can combine it, what is happening here is that you can see what's happening in the art world, and brings the best of the fine art and conceptual art, and then you see from another person's perspective what is happening actually in fashion, and you bring these two visions and you bring these two approaches together. And what it does, it actually creates new audiences for fashion and new audiences for art, and you expand your audience and you expand your sphere of influence, which is, again, really exciting for me, because I'm so for the world domination and just getting out there everywhere I can. Even I used to be an introvert, and now I just strive for greatness and domination, and just it's funny, but okay, well. But a quick note, that when you choose the project to work with, you're not chasing or like trying so hard to find the ways to collaborate with someone, because it usually comes really naturally when it's what you're supposed to do. But it's good to reach out sometimes to companies, to different creatives and other artists. But you have to remember that it has to be exchange of value. It's not supposed to be beneficial only for them, or even worse, only for you, because it's not gonna work this way. It has to be exchange of value in what you are doing, and it's supposed to expand you and your career, and it's not gonna like harm your brand. So you wanna think carefully through like what are you collaborating on, and if it fits your style and your brand, and if it's like has the same theme or you have shared values, and also if you have the shared vision, especially in the sense of destination, like where are you going with all of that, because sometimes you can just chase opportunities for collaboration in not a smart way and just harm your own personal style. So you just wanna collaborate with people that have something in common with what are you doing and why you're doing this. And the last but not least, just small reminders that I'm not gonna go in details with all of that, but you have to remember that it's also a documentary part of it, just like copyright issue, and you just have to talk to the lawyer. And if you're gonna produce some projects together, you have to think about this side as well, because you don't wanna find yourself in the situation when your art has been stolen or didn't use properly, or you agreed in doing this one way and then it ended up just again giving you a bad reputation or something because it was used in the wrong way. So just a note to keep in mind, but it's definitely not this big thing you have to like give all the attention and focus, because usually when you do collaborate with other people, you kind of feel your way through, and if it feels good, it fits your brand, you're just doing that and you see what it's gonna bring. So yeah, in all the experiences I have, it works pretty well. It's especially interesting working with musicians when you can maybe create an album cover for a songwriter or something like that. When it's extremely different medium, like painting and music, it could be really fun because it's completely different approaches to creating art, but it can make together something really beautiful and unique. So I do really recommend trying collaboration with other artists. And I hope, guys, this video was inspiring and interesting for you, and you maybe got a different perspective of what you can do in your art journey. And I read all your comments, so I would highly appreciate if you can share your experience in the comment section down below and just tell me what kind of experience you have with collaboration, or if you want to have one, or maybe you have a dream that is too big for what you're doing right now, but it could be maybe possibly achieved really easily if you collaborate with another creative person on that. So make sure to write it down, let me know. I'm reading all the comments, so I would love to hear back from you. And see you next week. Bye.